If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those woods.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night. It is 7 p.m., and that means it is time for the Locker Room Breakdown. This is our Raw Perspective. I am OMD alongside Bubba Duke. How we doing tonight, my friend?
I am doing awesome, bro. I'm having a great day. Just relaxing. Been talking to my kid off and on all day because
Nice.
she didn't go to school because the roads were a little sketchy this morning and vehicle was frozen shut.
Oh,
So
jeez.
she
Wow.
couldn't get to school. But that's
Wow.
okay. But no, I've been doing great, man. It's been an amazing week since last week. As you know, before this show last week on Sunday, we debuted the new Boar's Nest logo, the new entrance music, everything, all brand new background. So,
I don't
and then
think
we
I
got
was.
to do it last night.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen the new intro yet.
You have not. You have. You've been MIA for the last
I
couple. You've
have.
been busy.
I have.
So,
Yes.
but it's all good. All
Yes,
good.
I have. This coming Sunday, I will be back, ladies and gentlemen.
He hopes.
Yeah. I
If
hope.
nothing pops up.
Right? So we do have a lot to cover
do.
from
We do.
both last week and this week.
Yeah, we got
And
two shows that are literally. I'm going okay. I'm gonna go like this. Like, and it's still going, people. We have a lot to cover.
yes,
So I
and
don't even know where to start. The top.
let's start at the top. And I mean, last week, once again, this is something that I'm not particularly a big fan of.
Okay.
And that is Cody Rhodes and John Cena under one roof cutting promos.
But let's remind everybody it is WrestleMania season. So they're going to amp this thing up way more than it needs to be. It's going to get more airtime than it needs to get. It's just that time of year.
See, I'm okay with that aspect of it. What I'm not okay with is that this is for the undisputed WWE Championship, which is the SmackDown World title.
Yeah, it's been on Raw, what, 4 weeks in a row now?
Yeah, this is what I am not okay with.
Okay.
And then because it's the SmackDown title, it should be on SmackDown. Or
Yeah.
move the Jey Uso Gunther match over and promote that on SmackDown.
I mean, that's kind of because John Cena's John Cena. I know he's signed to a contract to WWE, period, not a product.
Right.
I get where you're coming from for that, but he's your moneymaker, whether he's a heel, babyface, or anywhere in between, and you want your moneymaker on your main show. So that's why that's happening. I don't disagree with you in 100% of the term of the word WWE Undisputed Title, SmackDown. I agree with you. That's where it should be.
Right. But Cody right now is your quarterback. He is your face of the franchise.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is the SmackDown World Champion. This needs to be on SmackDown.
Not going to argue that.
Now, I mean, we saw it on Friday night with the closing segment, that contract signing for Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, in which Roman Reigns is the only SmackDown superstar.
Yes. Which, huh? Why do we have to do other? I understand why they're intertwined
Yeah,
because of what happened at the Rumble. I get that. These guys are they're gold. No matter what you do with these dudes, it's money. But if you listen to what Punk said during the end of that whole segment to our tribal chief, that's not his favor that he is
right,
owed.
right.
But thank you for putting me in the main event at WrestleMania like I've always wanted.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it was intense.
yeah. And it is funny because we know that Cody Rhodes and John Cena is going to headline night 2.
Yeah, that's night 2. This one is night 1.
This is night 1. This is the first WrestleMania in history
I was just gonna say this.
where neither Royal Rumble winner is in the main event.
I was literally just gonna say, how do you feel about that?
I think based on the opposition
Okay.
and with Tiffany Stratton still up and coming as a world champion, I am okay with Charlotte Flair not being in the main event. With Jey Uso still in this up and coming position, Gunther has never had a main event, but he is your champion and he is carrying that belt and
Yes.
doing everything he can. He absolutely deserves the main event.
He does. He's when he had the Intercontinental title and had that long run with it and made it just that much more of a he really brought back that it's the working horse of the WWE, that title.
Yeah.
Now that he's got the world heavyweight title, I feel he's elevated that title even just him having it. But he should be by all rights in the main event at WrestleMania. He should be. He's earned it.
He has earned it. But I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think he has elevated it to the point that Seth Rollins, who was our inaugural World Heavyweight Champion.
I mean, come on. It's Seth frickin' Rollins.
Right.
That's
I
like
think
apple and peaches, bro.
I'm even going to put Damian Priest did more as a fighting champion with that belt.
I'm not I'm not trying to argue with you about it, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, but it's Gunther.
I know.
Gunther. Like
I know
he's
it's
the
Gunther
ring
and
general. It's just a different he brings a different aspect to that title is I guess what I'm saying.
he absolutely does.
So it
He
makes it
absolutely does.
like every person that has the title, regardless of who they are or how long they've had it, they do this with the title. They personally elevate it to a different level for them.
Right.
And for people that are coming after them, they just set a different bar.
Absolutely.
And I find Gunther just has that bar of you better bring your A game and some before you think you can get this title off of me. You know, that kind of aspect of elevate the title.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. On to the next topic. We had A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller in a tag team match against the reunited Usos for what we assume is one night only.
Jimmy said, yeah, he has enjoyed that aspect of the nostalgia of being with his brother again, but it's not what he wants right now. And I'm assuming Jay has said the same thing. Hey, it was nice to have my bro with me. You know, that memory lane thing. We still got it. They still click. They're still oozy, as
Right.
Sammy would say. It was nice. It was a good match. There was no interference or shenanigans till after the match.
Right.
So I was pleased with that. What did you think of this whole nostalgia act and our A-Town Down Under team?
I love the match. I love the nostalgia, and it shows sort of that you can have the OG bloodline not necessarily together, but can come together when needed. So you don't need to necessarily have the bloodline as a factor anymore.
Right? You can have that. This the way I see it is it's always going to be a factor because it's family.
Yeah.
And the Samoans time and time again prove you don't mess with family,
Right.
whether they are in a tag team together or on two different shows. It doesn't matter. You mess with the one, you're messing with them all, and
Yeah.
they will find a way to get together and end whatever issue you're having with them.
The only thing missing from them now that they need for this family is Vin Diesel.
Why?
I had to throw that one in there.
Why? Oh, on to the next subject.
On to the next subject. A women's Intercontinental Championship match. Lyra Valkyria retains, defeating Raquel Rodriguez. I was not a big fan of the finish of this match. I thought it was a little too slow and maybe a little bit.
Predictable?
No, I don't want to say predictable. I just don't want to use the term botched.
It seemed like something went a little, as I would call it, sideways for this end. Like it was rushed. Like somebody called an audible and they missed part of a match just because either somebody was like, hey, listen, I am having stomach problems or something, you know, like that line hit. And it was like, we need to get out of this match now. Take it home. That's how I feel. It just kind of went, oh, and they're done.
Yeah, I see exactly where you're coming from. But it just sort of seemed like that roll up was a little more convoluted than it needed to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like it took Raquel a lot longer to actually roll over for it than it probably should have in terms of a victory roll.
Okay. It's just, yeah, it was a weird ending.
Otherwise, it was a great match.
These two women put on a hell of a match.
Yeah. You got to see Lyra's high flying and technical prowess against Raquel's strength and power.
It was very, the match was very back and forth. I like to say, like, we had a feeling Lyra was going to retain the title, which doesn't surprise and or bug either one of us, I don't think.
No.
Although I was kind of in the back of my head rooting for Raquel
Right.
Rodriguez. She's my girl.
Right.
But she did display, number one, her strength. Not only her strength, but her in-ring ability. She displayed great ability to wrestle and not just be that big, strong, you know, like Braun Strowman, her boyfriend, just go in there, I smash, you know,
Right.
or run around the ring like a choo-choo train. She did show she had the ability to actually wrestle, which is nice to see her actually wrestle and not just be that big, dominant muscle tower of a woman over top of all these other women. It was really nice.
Right.
And of course, Lyra being, you said it, high flyer, technical, taking the beating and getting back up and not giving up. And I think just, again, she's taking this intercontinental title and putting a very defined dignity and respect on this title for these women to listen. You want to get my title? Hey, I'm the workhorse of the women's division. You got to be better than me to get this title. So step up or step out.
100%. And it's nice to see because I know for quite a while, the shine, and I mean, it's still somewhat reflected that the shine is on the women's U.S. championship and on Chelsea Green over on SmackDown.
I mean,
now you're starting to elevate and put the Intercontinental title on the women's division into a clearer focus.
Yeah. Again, though, but Chelsea Green is the kind of woman that you can't just give her a title and not expect her to kind of be a voice, you know, like, hey, look at me. I got a title. Like, look at me. This is the best title in the whole world. I don't care if it's not the women's title, like heavyweight title, or like it's better than the men's title. That's the kind of vibe I get from her. She's trying to take this U.S. title and make it better than the women's heavyweight title, the one Cody has. Like, and I don't blame her.
No, not at all. 110%.
Do it.
I am with you.
It looks good on her.
It does.
And who better to put that title on than Chelsea Green? I'm not going to lie.
No, I don't think you could have gotten any better. Now, and I mean, let's not forget the post-WrestleMania, all of the focus on the women's division is going to shift with the draft.
Which is a whole nother crazy story that we're going to have just a special show, like a locker room breakdown special, right, just on that whole draft lottery thing, whatever you want to call it now.
Right.
And how it's going to work, how we figure it should work. Like, it's going to be 2-3 hour long show just to cover that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, we have Raw General Manager Adam Pearce addressing the controversy with the Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania. And I am talking about Rhea coming in and signing her name to the contract when she was not there and not in line for the WrestleMania offer.
Yeah, which was awesome. And I love how Io's playing this. Io's constantly saying in plain English, because she's not very good at her English, I'll put some words out there for her. Don't give a crap. I'll fight both of them. No one's gonna look past me because I am the champion.
Yeah.
The best way to roll up that segment.
Yep. And yet it's funny because we saw all of these three women on the same team at Survivor Series and War Games.
But isn't that how that works? You go through war with somebody and you realize that they are your best competition. Like, how many matches have you gone into as a professional wrestler in your time? I know I've done it, where I was best friends with this guy. We went through hell and back getting tag titles and whatever together. Yep. And then come to find out that, you know what, some of the best matches I've had was against that guy because he knows me. Yep. So I got to step my game up. I feel that's what these three women are going to have to do because they know each other.
It is that old adage, the best friends make the greatest rivals.
Dude, that's why I say if you and I ever had the opportunity, I think it would be a hell of a match.
Oh, 100% it would.
100%. But there's a spin-off to what Mr. Adam Pearce had to say on that segment, which is coming tonight.
Yes.
Which is Io is going to have her match or the rematch against.
We will be discussing that in the preview.
It's a tangled web, dude. That we'll cover it when it comes up in that for tonight.
Yes. Now, for the match that I know you do not want to believe it's him.
It's
El
not.
Grande Americano defeats Dragon Lee via submission.
Okay, so I was watching another podcast the other day, and they were covering this match. So I piped in on that show, and they said, the one person said, we've never seen the Masked Man and Chad Gable in the same room together. Well, I piped up and said, yes, we have. The night that El Grande Americano made his debut on Raw, we had an interview with one Chad Gable and who was being escorted out of the building. But Americano.
Yes.
So, and you guys are all like, it is Chad Gable. It's Chad Gable. No, it's not.
You're 100% right.
It's not Chad Gable. Yes, the guy has similarities, but his arms are too small. His chin is too round. There's little things that are off from this guy being Chad Gable. So in my opinion, it's a Mexican wrestler that Chad Gable went and found to recruit to bring to American Made to make it that much better. Because, again, Chad Gable has issues fighting luchadors because he just can't comprehend. So
Right.
who better to bring in than a legit luchador who has history in Mexican wrestling than to bring him to the WWE? Hey, train me and my team how to be better against Mexican wrestlers.
Right.
So it's not, I'm going to tell you, I will, like you, bro, I'm dying on this hill. This is not Chad Gable.
All right. All right. I will give you that. And you raised some very, very valid points.
But it was a good match.
But, I mean, as you have wrestled under a mask,
I have. I still have it, actually.
the mask does alter certain aspects of your facial features.
It can, but it will not manipulate the bone structure. That's where
No.
I'm looking. I'm looking at bone structure of this gentleman. And it does it. I don't see Chad Gable, bro. I don't. I see a Mexican wrestler.
In the chest, in the chest area, yes, the arms are almost identical, whether they're too small or just the same size. I mean, we also have to remember that the video camera does add 10 pounds. And of course,
you see Chad Gable's fat.
the move set. I mean, it was an ankle lock submission.
But it's not hard to teach that.
No, it's not.
Especially like we've said, the story is Chad Gable went to Mexico to get training. So how hard would it have been for that Mexican wrestler to say, listen, I teach you, you teach me. We trade knowledge. Bulkster, what's going on, brother?
Right? Bulkster, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the info. As always, things that wouldn't get done around here if it weren't for you on top of the review and preview.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your time, man.
And Bulkster coming in saying it might be a lucha wrestler that was training at the Performance Center a month or so ago. All right.
There is that too. And that gentleman did look a lot like Chad Gable. So,
okay. And then our friend Mr. Best coming in saying, good evening, gentlemen.
Thank you for showing up, Mr. Best. I appreciate it.
Bulkster coming back saying he brought it up to us all a few weeks ago where he used to wear a mask that looks like fur on each side. I don't remember that conversation, but then again, I'm old.
Come on. But that all being said, Grande Americano did defeat Dragon Lee, but like this was a lucha match. Like it had everything you want from two great lucha wrestlers.
Right. Mr. Best coming in saying he's tearing it up on COD as he listens to us.
Good job,
now,
dude.
What's going to happen? Let's say we get El Grande Americano in a mask versus mask match.
That would be silly. That would be silly.
Only for it to be revealed as Chad Gable.
I'll tell you right now, if that is what happens, there was a switch. I truly believe this is not Chad Gable. But I believe that because Chad Gable is learning a lot from this gentleman, he would take that unmasking for the guy so that he can retain that. Because in lucha, there's like a court.
Right.
And to lose your mask, you can never put it back on.
Right.
Not even an alternate mask and go as a different name.
Right.
As soon as you lose your mask, you're done. Like Rey Mysterio literally had to go to this court when he went from WCW to WWE to wear the mask.
Yeah.
To be able to even put it back on.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just I show up, this is what I would like to do, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, go ahead. It's literally like a month-long process.
Yeah.
That you go through as a Mexican wrestler to get your mask back. So I would see Chad Gable taking that loss for him and just be like, oh yeah, it's me, ha ha ha, it's been me the whole time, blah blah blah, but it's really not.
Right.
And that masked wrestler could then proceed to put his regular mask back on and continue wrestling, whether it's with WWE or AAA. So that's my belief.
And then we had what ended up being an uninterrupted segment with CM Punk addressing WrestleMania.
Right? And it was impactful. Like, this boy, he was all heart for this promo.
He was.
All heart.
And I was honestly surprised that we didn't get Seth Rollins interrupting. But even more so, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get Paul Heyman interrupting.
I mean, you're not wrong, dude. Where was Paul Heyman when this was going on? He was with our tribal chief traveling to the SmackDown show.
Yes.
So, I mean, SmackDown didn't happen where Raw happened. So they were going to where that place was. So I'm glad it didn't have any interruptions. CM Punk could get his passion out. I'm 100% grateful. I loved the segment. What's this?
Bulkster believing that it is Lindsay Dorado, who, yes, is back as a trainer at the Performance Center and may or may not be back under contract. I forgot about Lindsay Dorado having worn fur on his mask.
Yes. So it might even be that individual. Whatever. It is what it is. But Punk gave a good address for WrestleMania. Greatly appreciated it. The next match is the one I was
Yes. In our main event, Braun Breaker defeated Penta via DQ in an Intercontinental Championship match.
Unfortunately, the DQ was no thanks to the Judgment Day.
Yes. And this was a match where neither of us were going to be upset with whoever won or lost.
No, like we'd said during the show, it was like, we're enjoying Braun Breaker and what he's doing. And we both like Penta. I really like Penta because he's a luchador. But the dude has come to WWE and is on fire. Like, I didn't expect him to get over this fast. But Dominic Mysterio trying to recruit one Penta. And I'm sorry, guys, but he is not going to join the Judgment Day. No matter how much you give him or beg him, I'm sorry, but that boy is true to himself.
Yeah.
So.
No, he will not join Judgment Day. I'm 100% with you there.
No.
No. I am disappointed that this match ended. I know I had said that I didn't think that it was too early for Penta to win, but I think that that is going to be a WrestleMania moment.
I think that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to roll that into the WrestleMania to give him that moment.
Because, I mean, Braun Breaker has done so much with the Intercontinental title, not only for the belt, but for himself.
100%.
But he is now ready for that upper echelon. He is ready to challenge a Gunther, a Jey Uso.
I wouldn't be upset about it.
And yes, even a tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
I'm kind of like, I would like to see that, but I want to see him work his way to the tribal chief. I don't know. That's just a personal opinion.
Mr. Best saying he's thinking of the Fatal 4-Way with Braun, Penta, Dom, and Finn. Yeah, we've all been thinking that.
It's been on social media even.
Yeah, I've had it being a multi-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title, which I would be fantastic with.
I, in my opinion, I don't care what stipulation they put on this match. It's going to be dynamite because, and I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to call it now. If this 4-way match happens, whether it's ladders, whatever, tables, chairs, I don't care what kind of thing you put on it. Dominic is walking out with that title.
Really?
I'm telling you right now, Dominic Mysterio will walk out with that IC title if it's a 4-way for the title.
Okay, and do you see it being something like we saw when Io Sky won Money in the Bank by going up and over Bailey on the ladder? Do we see Dom climb on and use Finn to propel himself to the top of the ladder?
I don't see that. I see the 4 guys going for some weird, crazy move, and Dominic just bails, and those 3 guys get hurt or knocked out, and Dominic realizes, oh crap, this is my moment, and either climbs that ladder and grabs the title, or whatever, rings the bell, whatever he's got to do, and that's he walks out.
I am 100% with you there. I would love to see Dom as the Intercontinental Champion. You know, that is something I have been pushing for a long time.
Haven't we both? I mean, it took a while for me to build up to be the Dom guy, to pull for Dom Mysterio. I would be pulling harder for him if he would just change his name to Dom Guerrero.
Right.
And just get it done with. But you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
What was our last segment of our awesome show?
That was it.
We didn't have it says something about John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Again, we covered that at the top.
Yeah, it was at the top. It just
let's move on to tonight. And we are getting a WWE Women's World Championship match as Io Sky defends against Rhea Ripley in her rematch. Bianca Belair as the special referee.
This is the drama that I'm talking about when we were talking about this, the last segment. They want this woman who's never done a referee ever, not even thought about being a referee for anything, to call this down the middle when she and Ripley are like 2 cats in a paper bag trying to get out, but they're trying to kill each other at the same time. And then you got poor little Io who's just being pushed away all the time. Like, you're not even important. Shut up.
Right.
Go away. Dude, that woman is holding the title that you want.
Right.
Like, why are you basically looking past her? And that's why Io's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're both in the match at WrestleMania. I'm going to annihilate both of them and walk out with this title because I'm the champion, not them.
Right.
So I'm pulling something's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
That it's going to end up being a 3-way.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it unfold as we discussed. They all went to war together at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Now, again, like Bianca, you're right, has never adorned a referee shirt in her life.
Not even thought about it.
So we know that this started during the first championship match, which Io Sky defeated Rhea Ripley. And although Bianca tried not to get physically involved,
yes,
Rhea looked at it as, why are you cheering for Io and why aren't you pushing for me to get up?
Right.
And Rhea got in her face, and then Bianca attacked her. And thankfully, referee Jessica Carr said, no, we are having a clean finish. I am not throwing.
Yeah, she's like, I ain't playing this game. It ain't happening, girls. Get back in the ring.
So,
actually, that was great.
But the fact that Io has been treated like the afterthought for this and getting pie-faced by both of them in almost every segment.
Just every time they have a segment together, she gets pie-faced.
I think it's going to be a case of tonight, Rhea's going to think she has a 3 count, get up in Bianca's face. Bianca's going to push her, and Io's going to pin her.
Something's going to happen, yeah. Rhea's not getting the title tonight. It just ain't happening. But I think there's going to be enough shenanigans that Pierce is going to get told by Io I want both of them. I'm
What
going to
if,
shut both of them up.
and I'm going to put this one out there, what if something happens backstage before the match?
Okay.
Rhea can't make it,
Oh, shit.
but the doctors will tell her, you're going to be cleared in 3 weeks for WrestleMania.
Oh. Bro. What if? I mean, it's all speculation, people. Like, we could be completely...
It is. I mean, what if this is another Naomi / Jade / Bianca situation where it is Bianca showing, okay, I've taken Rhea out. I
Yeah.
did the same to Jade with Naomi.
And I got what I wanted. I'm not arguing, bro. They're both great ideas. Both very possibly could happen. I'm excited for this match tonight. I don't care what happens. I just don't think Io's losing the title.
No, me neither. Once again, the segment that should be on SmackDown, John Cena and Cody Rhodes under the same roof, face to face.
Okay. We're, 3 weeks away from Mania, you said?
Roughly,
Okay.
yeah.
Roughly 3 weeks. Is this the time where we start seeing some physicality between these two guys now? Or are we just going to stay with we're going to remain professional, we're not going to lay hands on each other till we get in the ring?
I think we see it stay professional. We're not going to lay hands on each other. Since his heel turn, where John Cena was always about the you want some, come get some, now we're seeing him take that.
I don't care.
Yeah, not necessarily the coward's way out, but why am I going to fight you? Why am I going to waste my time if I'm not getting paid for this? I'm now here to be the money fighter.
Yeah, pay me to do what you want me to do. Basically, pay this monkey to dance kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would love just to see Cody just deck him. I would love to just see him knock him flat out. Not going to lie. But that's, again...
I almost want to see a revision of the Elimination Chamber where we get Cody telling John, go yourself and kick him in the nuts.
Oh, replay the whole scenario, but backwards.
Yeah.
Yes, now, please. Take my money.
Now, there is speculation, and I don't know how true it is, that Dwayne may be in attendance tonight at Raw.
Oh, shit. That's a whole nother avenue of BS we didn't even think of. If Mr. Dwayne Johnson is in the house, holy, that's a whole nother aspect to this whole rivalry that has been out for a little bit, but now he comes back. This might explode, dude. There might be a little shenanigans. I just hope that rapper guy is left off in the middle of nowhere.
You and me both.
But yeah, this is a segment that I'm probably just going to go to the bathroom and, get some water and
yeah, we
walk
have
around the block.
I'll let you do this one here because I know it's your all-time favorite.
Yeah, AJ Styles. That guy, I love AJ Styles. And I hope to God he calls out this meathead, good-for-nothing Paul kid and absolutely annihilates him.
Except that it's the other way around.
I know it's the other way around.
We have Logan Paul calling out AJ Styles.
But see, remember, I think it was a couple weeks ago, AJ was like, I'm going to call Logan Paul out, and Logan Paul ended up coming out to the ring and calling AJ. What if we did that backwards and actually had AJ Styles call Logan Paul and say, listen, you little punk? We
could absolutely see that. Do we see this setting up the WrestleMania match?
As much as I don't want Logan Paul at WrestleMania, you're more than likely right. It's going to set some kind of matchup between Logan and AJ, and AJ's going to be like, I'm just going to teach this kid a lesson. And the kid's probably going to end up annihilating AJ because AJ is a true professional and will put the kid over.
Yeah. Now, we have seen on these major stages, so I'm
Yes.
talking the WrestleManias, the SummerSlams, the Royal Rumbles.
Yeah.
Logan Paul always delivers.
No, the kid can wrestle. I've never denied that.
No, I know.
And it's just him as a person, I can't stand him. But put him in a ring against a big money guy like AJ Styles, and you're getting one hell of a match.
Yeah.
The kid's going to give you everything he's got. But yeah, personally, I could get rid of him. Don't let him talk anymore. Just let him wrestle, and I'd be happy.
Okay.
I would be a Logan Paul fan if all he did was wrestle.
All right. So are you saying that you would be okay if Logan Paul was able to get himself a mouthpiece? A man.
If he didn't talk, dude, I could get behind Logan Paul, but I can't stand hearing his voice. I can't.
Okay.
But wrestling, dude, this kid, I would love to get in the ring and wrestle with this kid because I know I'm making money.
Right?
I know I'm gonna. It's kind of it's one of those situations of like you take a rookie kid that has lots of potential, give him the proper training like Logan Paul did, but you don't take that arrogant prick part of him out. You just leave it there and say, here you go. I
Okay.
can't stand that arrogant prick part of him. But it's his character and he does it well. What do we have next? Unless
Mr.
you wanna-
Best coming in saying, but guess what sells Logan Paul matches? And he's right.
No, you're not wrong, Best. You're not wrong.
Not at all.
His character is him. Just magnified by 10, which is what we do as wrestlers.
Yep.
It's
So-
literally part of you.
Yeah. So before we go to the two really big matches of the night, I'm going to skip to another segment that we really don't care about because this tag team has gone stagnant since their heel turn. And again, we get the New Day in action.
But here's my question. Action as in like they're actually going to be in a match against somebody? That would be cool. Because here's the thing. If it's a fresh team that they're going after, or hey, listen, we're going to be going after these tag titles now, I could get behind that. But if it's the
Yeah.
same old stupid, we're just going to fight the LWO or these guys and it's going to be bullshit. Like, I could care less.
No,
Just
I'm
fire
with
them.
I'm with you. I know I made mention of it the other night. It's funny how we have seen in the last 6 months the old guard, and I'm talking the New Day, the John Cenas, have all
Yep.
turned heel. But yeah, like I don't need the New Day versus LWO anymore.
Or whoever else they've been in that cycle with. Just start over. Let's go after the tag titles.
I mean, make it a non-title match against the War Raiders.
And if you win next week, you get a chance at the tag titles for real.
Right?
Do something that makes me care about the New Day again. Otherwise, kill the New Day off and either have them split up and do their own thing or be a completely different tag team altogether. I'm
All
tired
right.
of hearing New Day without Big E. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm 100% with you.
Now, these two matches.
I wonder if they maybe look at this as a time, though, to bring in a heater for them. Somebody to provide that muscle that Big E was until Big E not necessarily overshadowed the New Day, but when Big E became the WWE champion, when and they were sharing the tag titles under the Freebird rule.
Which,
But then it really became about Woods and Xavier as the tag team.
Mhm.
So do you bring in
but
that heater, somebody to be the
need-
muscle for them?
they need something.
But yes, I'm going to guess that this next match is going to be our main event of the evening.
Okay.
And it's going to be really a warm-up match for our world heavyweight champion, Gunther, as he goes one-on-one with Jimmy Uso.
Yeah, the slap heard around the world by Mr. Uso. Like, he knocked the snot out of Gunther's nose that day. Gunther has not forgot that, and he will make him pay for that tonight. I don't see Jimmy getting the win tonight. I don't. Because I know Gunther was not going to tolerate that disrespect. So I'm going to say Gunther's going to win. It's going to be a hell of a slobber knocker of a match, though. Like, Jimmy's not just going to roll over. But I'm looking forward to that one. And if that's our main event, that's the hell of a way to close the show.
It is. I'm not going to call this a squash match, though. I have a feeling that we could see that. But I think that this is really a way for Gunther to get into mind of what he is in store for at WrestleMania from Jay. Yes, he is 3-0 against Jey Uso.
See, yeah, go ahead.
This is WrestleMania. Everybody, as you've said it, has to elevate their game.
Yes.
So we are going to get that. We know Jimmy Uso still needs a clear direction for WrestleMania.
If he even is going to be in WrestleMania.
Well, I think he will be.
Okay.
I think he will be. I think it's going to be, you're going to see another multi-man match for the U.S. title with LA Knight, Jimmy Uso.
That could be nice. I have a theory why Jey Uso has been losing. I think he's just giving Gunther a false sense of security. That, I got this kid beat. He ain't nothing. Because if you watched last week, that slip up he had in the corner, dude, how obvious was that he did that on purpose?
Right.
How obvious was it the week before he messed up and the week before that?
Yeah.
I honestly think he's just playing head games with Gunther, making him think, Jey Uso, period, is just a clown.
We saw it last year going into his WrestleMania Intercontinental Championship match against Sami Zayn, where Sami lulled Gunther into that false sense of security. Now, I mean, that match completely really stole WrestleMania for him.
Dude, that's the one match other than Cody taking the title I remember.
Drew and Seth tore the house down too on the opening.
But I don't remember that one too well. I remember Gunther losing, and I remember Cody winning the title.
Right.
Because they're just those moments you remember. Now, unfortunately, Gunther's going to start this record of every time he goes to WrestleMania with the title, he's losing at WrestleMania. But
yeah,
he's had it long enough, and he's put his own prestige to that title that he can. I mean, it's going to suck. He's going to drop it at WrestleMania to Jey Uso, sorry. But Jey Uso has really earned the right to carry that title for a while.
He has. And I mean, again, another good 6 to 9 month reign out of Jey, I would be happy with.
Hell yeah.
I do not want to see us going back to the days of the Ruthless Aggression era where Edge, Cena, Orton, and Batista were trading the belt every 2 weeks because you had to have 36 pay-per-views in a year.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening in this era. I see them getting what we consider a decent run. There's none of this intern champion holding the title for this guy to make it. You know what I mean? None of that.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening now. I see, like you said, 6 months, 8 months, the most. You're going to hold a title. They're going to get as much out of you as they can. And then, you're starting to die down a bit. We'll give this guy the title. And then you'll start and work your way back. And then, that cycle.
Now,
but it's not going to be 3 guys, 4 guys.
I'm going to be very, very honest with you. For the Jey Uso Gunther match, I am saying it at WrestleMania. I think it's a double turn. Jey Uso will win the World Heavyweight title, but turn heel in the process, aligning himself with John Cena and Dwayne, which then makes Gunther the sympathetic babyface.
Ooh, okay. That is awesome.
And lastly,
Yeah.
in what could be our other potential co-main event of the evening, I guess,
It will be.
Braun Breaker and Penta versus Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day.
Yeah. Now, there is a theory behind this one that I've had. Finn's going to take the loss. Dominic's going to start thinking Finn is weak. And basically, he's going to get escorted out of the Judgment Day. Which means Dominic's going to bring somebody else in that Finn Balor's not going to like. They're going to have that. It's going to start a feud with these two guys, which will be very dominantly visible when it comes to the Intercontinental 4-way title match at WrestleMania.
I think, and I'm not going to disagree with you here, but I'm going to go with a different thought because we know that Penta has stated he wants the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
We saw the stare down with him and Braun last week. We've also seen them have a match. Actually, that was last week, and
Yep.
it delivered. I am going to say this. I think this match is going to end in shenanigans,
Okay.
and it will be a disqualification because somebody's not going to be out of the ring. It's not going to be a pinfall. And you are going to see all four men brawling, including Dom and Finn brawling against each other,
Wow. Yep. Of course it would be.
leading Adam Pearce to come out and say, 4-way WrestleMania.
And I can see him stipulating anyone touches anyone else before then to make them weak before WrestleMania, you're disqualified from the match.
I don't see that happening.
I could.
Because Adam Pearce has already stated numerous times he drafted Raw to be chaos.
But at the same time, you want to preserve that match for Mania. You don't want anybody getting hurt because of shenanigans.
No, but let's say that Dom or Finn get hurt.
Okay.
You've got a Carlito who can step in to fill in for either one of them.
Ooh, that is true.
Potentially, and I don't know how close he is to returning from his injuries, JD McDonough.
Yeah, he's totally a Finn Balor guy. Completely. Like, I think if Finn Balor leaves the Judgment Day, JD's going with him.
So let's put it this way. Let's take Finn and Dom out. They wipe each other out somehow.
Okay.
All of a sudden now you get Dom's boy in Carlito, Finn's boy in JD.
Okay.
And then maybe you get that as a one-on-one and not in the Intercontinental, and you get your Penta versus Braun.
That would be cool too.
One-on-one.
Not gonna argue. Ouch.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, our time is just about up.
It is.
We do have to head over to the Raw Patrol here momentarily. So, Bubba, why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, lots of you are watching on Bubba OMD over there on the YouTube. Don't forget about my Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. I definitely do play a lot of games over there, the solo player stuff without Mr. OMD there. But yeah, check us out there. Lots of cool stuff going on. Yourself, man?
For me, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at my Linktree, linktr.ee/OMD show. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about getting into podcasting, content creation, potential collaborations, visit us at affiliationprogram.my.canva.site.
Quick note on that. Ladies, we definitely would love to have more women podcasters with us. for the simple fact that we do want to cover a lot more women wrestling with you, which would be nice to have some nice woman to do it with.
Yes.
So please
And
look us up. We're always looking for new people to help us.
it doesn't have to be wrestling. You can cover
Yeah,
makeup, nails, whatever you want to discuss.
Anything.
We are open to anything. And Bubba, something that is near and dear to you, but my friend,
Yes.
I want you to tell the people about this.
Yes. Anywhere in Canada and the United States, if you're having not just suicidal thoughts, but just thoughts of self-harm, or you're depressed or anything like that, call the 3-digit number on the bottom. Anywhere else in the world, that website you see right there, suicide hotline one, check that out. It will have your number for your area. But yeah, in Canada and the States, it's 988. You just click 988 and send, and you will get in contact with somebody that can help you get in contact with people in your area for your mental health. It does matter to us, and it will matter to you when you get your help. So please, for us, if you can do it for me, because you're never alone, I'm with you. You know how to get a hold of us. Thank you.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, flip over to the Turnbuckle Studios page and join Bubba Duke and myself there for the Raw Patrol as we join Mr. Chris Best and get a run-in from Chris Parrish. From all of us here at the Locker Room Breakdown and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
If I